Oh, Jesus. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. And I'm super tired like always. I think I've got apnea or something. Why am I so tired? Always so tired. Oh, are you tired too, buddy? Let's lay you down so you can have the rest of your milk and peace. Good. I'm tired. Why am I always so tired? I think I've got sleep apnea. There's no other reason why I should be so tired. Like oxygen just doesn't get into my blood or something. I don't know. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee though and try to stave off this feeling of just complete lack of energy. And also breathing in all that smoke yesterday on accident kind of messed up my nose and lungs, feeling a little bit. Was doing pretty good. That's why I named this stream Perpeptuality, because I'm just perpetually tired. No matter what I do, no matter how many hours of sleep I get, I will always wake up tired. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna make a tortilla egg, whatever you call that. I don't exactly know what the name of it is. And then that'll be it. Maybe it'll help a little bit of energy on to do it. Albin, I can tell from a distance that that's you because of the long message with a lot of emojis. Hello, hello. I'm gonna show you how to make a good breakfast here, right? This is a sausage, beef chorizo from Cacique. It's delicious, it's good for you, it's got a lot of fat. I see somebody was cooking on my plate, on my hot plate, so we're just gonna give that a little scrubby scrub. No biggie. And that's about all you gotta do. Just a little light rinse off, and now it's clean again. Easy peasy. We're gonna toss this on the big burner so we get a good even heat. I'm gonna toss it up to about a 5 on an electric. I don't know what that is for you guys, but on the electric it's 5. Then we're gonna need a couple of things. What we're gonna need next is a little pot. Not the kind you smoke. This isn't the small one. I've got a smaller one somewhere. Where's my smaller one? Oh, it's in the back here. So first you're gonna need a little bit of a pot or a bowl. I don't really mean a pot, but a bowl. You need a pan, which is there. You're gonna need this. Some beef chorizo. You could use pork chorizo. I don't recommend it. I like beef chorizo. Not too much of a difference. Then what you're going to want to do is crack an egg in this bad boy. Where are my eggs? Where are my eggs? You're gonna want to crack an egg in the bad boy. This is a good source of protein and fats. It's gonna be really good for your breakfast. Making this kind of a breakfast is good for you. If you come in here, you better turn that thing down. I'm not about to sit there and listen to that same song a million times today. Uh-oh. Do you want one? What? Crack your egg in there? We only do one at a time. You don't want to do 2 eggs. You don't want to do 2 eggs unless you've got enough pan space, but this is a small pan, so we're going to do 1 egg. 1 egg and a little bit of chorizo, not a lot. So anyway, we don't need this. We can stick this back in there. We are going to need this. You want to scramble that egg. You want to scramble that egg. You can't have coffee. You want something else? You want milk? You want something like milk? Stop doing that. Turn this damn thing off. Get out of my fridge. You're not going in there. I'm getting it for you. Milk. Come on, come get it. You're not going to beg for it and then run away when I give it to you. Will you stop acting like that before I whoop your ass? I get tired of dealing with you every day when you're acting like that. Ah, damn. Kids are annoying. And you want to get a little veggie oil. Not a lot, because there's a lot of oil in the chorizo. It's very oily. Alright. Now what we're going to do here, you want about that much chorizo. Not too much. It's really not a lot of chorizo that you're going to put in here. You're going to just get that around so it doesn't stick too bad. Then you just want to squeeze your chorizos right onto the pan. Pass this over here. Looks like my boy is going crazy in there. And then you can save this, or if you want to make more. But anyway, you don't want to put too much chorizo on the pan. You just want to put a little bit. Put a little bit of chorizo on the pan. Get yourself a spatula. Is there one in here? No, I gotta go to the drawer. Where's all my spatulas? Where's all my spatulas? It must be in here. Ah, it is in here. I'm just not seeing it. I like this one. Nice stainless steel. And then you want to kind of crush that up a little bit. Chorizo is a very fatty meat. A lot of fat in it. So you will see that it turns very fatty very easy. It's got a great smell to it though. So while that's cooking up a little bit, you're going to take yourself a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. Put it in your egg with a little bit of pepper. I like mine a little more peppery. Give it another final mixture. Give it another final mixture. Here's the fun part. Here's the fun part. Then you just pour that directly on top of your chorizo. Right? Try to get it all mixed up in there. Once you get that all mixed up in there, nice and uniform the way you like it. Try not to scramble it around too much before this last part. This last part's the important part. This is where you stick your tortilla. Just take it. Oops, that's too many tortillas. Just take your tortilla and you just kind of shove that right on top of it. Kind of flatten it out a little bit. Bring it up. It should look like that. And slap it back on the other side. And that's it. That's pretty much what you do right there. You let that cook on one side for a little while until you think it's nice and ready. And then you try to flip it. See, it comes together pretty easy. Just like that. Just like that. And you give it a nice little cook on this side. Not too long though. Depending on your tortilla, you don't want to do it too long, right? Because your options, cheese are pretty good. You got good cheese options here. You could do this queso fresco, or you could do 4-cheese blend. I've only been live for 12 minutes, Slimer. Not long at all. Not long at all, brother. Anyway, so cheese options are good. Then you want to take your thing, give it a nice little looky. Oh, I dropped a piece. Let me just stick that there. You want to make sure it's cooked to your liking on the bottom. Look at that. Look at that beautiful quesadilla. It's not a quesadilla yet, but it will be when I'm done. Essentially. And then try to take that off the heat. Especially if you get some egg on the burner like I just did. It's a very stinky smell. And I'm not going to use this cheese, but you can use this cheese, like shredded cheese. You can use shredded cheese. I'm going to use good old queso fresco, which is kind of like a crumbly mozzarella. It's really good though. Very easy to get the right amount. I don't know how my wife opened this thing though. She did it over here in a weird way. You just take some of this queso fresco, right? Queso fresco, and then you just crumble it on top of your tortilla. Crumble it on top of your tortilla, just like that. And yeah, here we have it. One protein-packed, nutrient-rich, delicious, what do they call those? Huevos con chorizo y tortilla. I'm going to stick this back in here. Stick that back in there. Thought I had some fresh produce. I guess We're out of cilantro, but normally I would take a little leaves of cilantro and throw that on there too, but I guess we're out, so no cilantro for me today. But yeah, this is it. Just like that. Then you just roll it up into a ball, like so, like a taquito. That's good. That's really good. Delicious, rich, soft, oily. Hard to beat that. I think that was an eggshell. I don't know what happened, bro. Maybe they're busy right now. Maybe they're at church. Hopefully they're at church. That's really good. Oh, that's so good, I might even have another one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's delicious. That's definitely delicious. I'm going to have another one. I can't help myself. We'll start it over all the way forward. So anybody who didn't catch it the first time can see it the second time. Ow. The pan is still hot. You want to get rid of all these little crumbs, though. You don't want to have these little burnt crispies inside of your next one. We're going to toss those right in the sink. Compact them later, or whatever you call it. Whew, that was good. All right. And I'm going to turn it back to 5. But instead of waiting this time, I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of this here chorizo right onto it, just like that. That shouldn't be a problem. Again, you don't need to add too much. I want to pack my other bit of chorizo down so I can kind of work about closing this thing. Anyway, if anybody's ever cooked chorizo, you'd know that chorizo is mostly a fat. It's fat more than anything. There's less meat than there is fat. So when you cook it, it gets really liquidy and small. But that's a benefit. That's a benefit of it. It means it's good for cooking things in. High fat content. I gotta go get my son real quick though. He's being a crybaby like always. Let's get him. You can already see where all the fat is coming out of it. Like if you look, you'll see all that fat coming out of it. That's normal because chorizo is just a very fatty meat. Very fatty meat, but it's good for you. Sometimes you want a little bit of fat in your meat. You want your meat to be fat. Can't do anything with skinny meat. I don't know what you're doing, bro, but you need to stop it. No. Get out of there. Jesus. All right, let me do it again. Stop. "20 minutes on medium heat? No way. That's way too long. That's way too long, Slimer. Boy. What have I told you about that? Here, I got something for you. Yeah, you really only want to cook it about 3 minutes before giving it a good scramble with your egg. Here, take it and get out of here. Go bother your sister. Put your eggs there. Get your cacique out of the way. Hey! You're not allowed back there, boy. A little bit of salt. And if you're like me, you want a lot of bit of pepper. A lot of bit of pepper. Give it a nice little twisty twist. I like pepper in mine. Some people don't like as much pepper. Will you stop it? Will you stop and go? Go play. What are you doing? What are you doing? You are not allowed to do that. Jesus, child. I'll tell you the same thing a million times a day. But if you can see it, I'm not sure if you can or not, but if you can see it, you'll see that it got really, really, like, it's almost like a liquid. Your chorizo almost becomes like a liquid before you're done. Which is why most people have chorizo with egg, because the egg kind of provides something to bind it all together again. Just toss that right on top there. Ooh. You do have to be careful. Like I said, it's very fatty. So when some water hits it or anything, you know, like that, you do have to be careful cooking it. Because it will pop out at you. Anyway, you get your tortilla. Alright, you get your tortilla. Then you just kind of drop it on top of there. You give it a little spinny spin, flatten it out a little bit. And then flip it back over. Flip it back over. And watch your fingers, don't burn yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. Do it like that, just a little bit. Now you let that cook for a few minutes until your egg gets crispy enough on the one side to your liking. And then you just kind of make sure that it all comes together nicely. I like to tuck the ends into it a little bit. Makes it a little easier to flip. And there it is. There it is. Just like that, it's done. Super easy. Give that about 2 or 3 minutes. Two or 3 minutes. Two or 3 minutes, I'm going to check it. Does it look the way I like it? Yeah, it does. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And then you just toss it there. And that's it. Look. I know it looks kind of gross, but it's not. I promise you, it's really good. And then we clean up after ourselves a little bit, because this is actually a very messy thing to cook. I cannot stress the importance enough of having a well-seasoned skillet. As you see, my skillet is now clean, but I did almost nothing to it. No soap, nothing. Just Just give it a good wipe down. You don't want to, and always dry it when you're done. You stick it back on the burner, clean it off with a napkin. I don't recommend a napkin, but like an actual towel or something like that, like a dry rag. You want to dry it off. You don't want to let it rust. Now the bottom of it being rusty, like you can see there a little bit, that doesn't matter too much, but the top of it, the part that you cook on, you don't want any rust on that. So you want to dry it off every time, regardless of whether or not it's seasoned. Hold on, I gotta go beat my children. Give me the damn rag. Do not. Get out of the mop bucket. Get out of the mop bucket. Go, 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 go. Cry about it all you want, bro. It's music to my ears. I don't know why you would do something like that to begin with. Oh, they're cry babies. Go, go, go to your room. You're not about to sit here and cry in my face all day for nothing. Watch TV, be quiet. And you're just as culpable. You two better learn to behave. I'm going to give you a whooping. Thrashing. And then we top it with a little bit of cheese. I know if you guys don't have kids, you probably don't understand how annoying they can be. But just watch this stream and you'll see kids are pretty annoying. Kids can be pretty annoying. That might explain why I'm perpetually tired. Because my kids are super annoying. And then you just put a little bit of this cheese on it. You want a piece of cheese? You want a piece of cheese, kiddo? Here. Cheese? Cheese? Now get down. All right, and that's my breakfast for the day. That might be my lunch too. I don't know. Could be my lunch too. I might not make anything for lunch. You know, like I said earlier, you might not have been here, but I don't particularly feel very good. Stop running around the damn house. Go sit. I already have to listen to that stupid little tablet all damn day because you won't turn it down. You're not about to run around the house, leave this thing blasted at full volume, not even using it. You've been a bad child today already. So you're lucky I give you anything. You're lucky I don't lock you in that damn room for hours. My mom's at church and I'm here with you guys because we can't even go to church together because of you damn kids. I hope you know that. I like church personally. But taking you two gremlins anywhere is impossible, so I'll have you know you're going to behave. Slimer got another one today, huh? That's delicious. Yeah, I don't want to multiply these damn things, that's for sure. Delicious. Can't be beat. You want a bite? No, you want a bite? please go. Yeah, just like Mogwai or whatever they're called. All right. You want to get water on these little bastards and multiply them. That's a definite fact. And I don't want any more kids. These two are bad enough. Like I said, I can't even go to church. I can't even go to church because, well, I mean, I can. Sometimes I do. And my wife stays home. But we can't go together yet because we're not taking these kids into a church. They'll be trying to perform exorcisms by the time it's done. It's crazy. These kids are bad. I don't know what I did to deserve such bad kids. I always thought I was a pretty decent kid. But apparently not. As I say, whatever you are, you get back 3 times or whatever. So apparently I was a pretty bad kid. What do you want? Use real words. You know at least 30 words. Why are you not using any of them? You want a cookie or something? They've already had breakfast, by the way, so. What happened with my hair? What do you mean what happened with my hair? Nothing happened with my hair. My hair is still there. What do you mean what happened with my hair? What do you mean, bro? My hair is still intact where it was the last time you were here and saw it. It's still there. Hair's still there. It's still there. Hair is still there. I just don't like it in my face. I just don't like my hair in my face, that's all. I also don't like these damn kids bugging me all day, but here I am, getting bugged all day by the kids. It's okay. It's my wife's turn to take a break. I don't mind. And I don't particularly care too much for church. I do like church. I do like sometimes going and listening to the sermons and hearing people's thoughts and opinions on stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff about church I don't like, so it's whatever. The piety. I don't like the piety. You know what I mean? A lot of Sunday well-to-doers. It is, it's good for learning about stuff, but it's not good for other reasons, you know. Church is just one of those things. It's kind of a win-lose situation. Why is everything crooked now? I don't know. I assume it's got something to do with you damn kids. What is all this on the ground? I don't know. But I also assume it's got something to do with these damn kids. How do you, we just did all this. Why is it always, it's always dirty. Houses are dirty always because of kids. Oh, it's a struggle. It's a freaking struggle. It's a freaking struggle, I can tell you that much. Having kids is most days a pretty big headache. Oh, now don't get me wrong, I still love my kids and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that they're any less annoying or bad. Because they do bad stuff all the time. I went to take a shit the other day. And I came out of the bathroom. It was maybe 5 minutes, right? Maybe 5 minutes. You know, I think 5 minutes is enough time to allot somebody to shit. I came out of the bathroom, and both of the kids were running around the house with kitchen knives. And not the dull ones. Not like a butter knife. One had a butcher knife, and the other one had a fillet knife. And I was just like, what the fuck? Luckily, they had the sheath on them still. But the fact that the first thing they grabbed was damn kitchen knives. That's enough. What do you want, buddy? You've already been fed. I'm not picking you up. I know what happens when I pick you up. Then you don't want to get put down. I put you down, then you start crying. Slimer, you know. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. I just do it so I can drink coffee without getting Hey, I'm a good-looking dude. That's why I've got a good-looking wife and 2 good-looking kids. It is what it is, bro. Don't be one of them fat internet incels, you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You're a hater. He's definitely jealous. He's definitely jealous. That's okay, bro. That's okay, bro. If I couldn't get laid, I'd probably be jealous too. Anyway, what's in the news today? Has anybody checked for me? I'll check. We'll check together. What's in the news today? Top stories. Somebody knows something about the Nancy Guthrie disappearance, something or another. Takaichi wins the election. I'm doing well, sir. Everybody needs a Slimer. Everybody needs a Slimer. Trump posted a meme about Michelle and, or rather Mike and Barack as great apes, as gorillas, monkeys. He's getting a lot of backlash for it. Apparently that's racist. Of course, the way they see it, according to what I've seen, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're white and you make any kind of critique of any other color, you're a racist. Can't make blanket statements about other people. Not that he even made a blanket statement, he just posted a meme. But if you post memes about Mike and Barack, you're a racist. If you make fun of a black person in any way, you're a racist. You are racist. Racism. The fatigue is real. People are really actually very tired of it. We are tired of being called racists. People will police your words, but they won't police their activity. Very strange. Very strange. Oh yeah, I mean you can see that the cock outline of that thing. That thing is definitely not a female. I have never seen a female with NFL linebacker shoulders. I've never seen a female with NFL linebacker shoulders. So you don't think that's racist? Everything is racist. We're all racist. I wouldn't consider myself a racist. I'd more consider myself a bigot, an equal opportunity racist, if you would. I'm a bigot. I think that white people do a lot of stupid shit too, namely the KKK. I think the KKK is probably one of the dumbest groups of people on the planet. They've got to be. How can they be that dumb? They're all chuds, you know? Like I said, nobody's gonna escape it. Yeah, a realist is a natural conclusion. Conclusion for intelligent people. Realism is a thing. Noticing statistics and pattern recognition, that's not racist. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My favorite MMA fighter. Active fighter or inactive fighter? Haven't we already talked about this? I thought we already talked about this, but my favorite active fighter is gonna be Volk. Volk is one of the best to ever do it. I love watching Volkanovski fight. He's got such a high fight IQ. It's hard to not love watching him fight. And then after Volk, we're gonna go inactive fighters, bantamweight. I like Mighty Mouse. Demetrius Johnson was a great fighter as well. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it. Oh, I can't even sit for half a minute. Oh, I can't even sit for half a minute. Oh, that's you kids. Killing me, man. You're killing me. You're killing me. These kids are killing me. And not even slowly. They're killing me very rapidly. Very rapidly. Why are you always following me, boy? I'm not gonna pick you up. I picked you up all morning. Here, take another one of these. Get out of my face. All I can do is appease you. All I can do is appease you. Do I have a mullet? Yes. Yes, I do. Pretty much, anyway. I mean, it's not really short in the front like a true mullet. It's more like just a shaved on the sides. Kids, please go to your room and play in there with your stuff and get out of my face. I don't want either one of you in my face right now. I've been dealing with you all morning. It's like 11 o'clock. No, it's almost 12 o'clock and I just now got to cook my own breakfast because I'm dealing with you too. Hey, go to your room. Kids are so bad. The mullet. The mullet. Classy. Mullets are classy. Oh, yeah. It's her turn to go to church. It's my turn to stay home with the kids. What did he do, Slimer? What did he do? Slimer, you didn't have to hide him for that. That's a rough one right there, man. That's a rough way to get hidden. Maybe he thinks I stole these kids. Which I make a joke about that all the time. I just say I got these kids from the supermarket. Is he pretending to be me or does he just have my name? Technically, he doesn't have my name. I don't think he's pretending to be me. I think he might actually just be named that. But there's a good chance. So, better safe than sorry. Of course, I've reported him like 1,000,000 times. On like 5 different accounts, yeah. He's back. He's back. He's probably mad now. He's like, oh, screw these guys and their damn live stream. I don't need them. Anyway, Slimer, I've officially decided that I will not be doing the farm myself this year. I'm going to be leasing the farm out for about $400 a month. Oh yeah, it happens every day. There are weird people on the internet. But anyway, I'll be leasing the farm out for about $400 a month, maybe $450, just depends. I will be letting people have free access to the well water. I'm going back to work at my old job in about 2 weeks. What happened? I don't know what you did. Why is it not? Why is there no sound? I mean, it may seem low. It's about $100 an acre, but the benefit is I don't have to do any of the work at all. So I mean, it's kind of just like free money for me. Said it's going to be rainy today. The profit? It's all profit. And I'll probably get a lot of the produce. Yeah, I mean, it's free money, pretty much. Get free produce out of it. A couple $100 a month. Yeah, not bad. Yep, good money. Free eggs for life. I think it's a great idea. As long as you don't let a fox or something get in there. As long as you don't let a fox or something get in there. All right. 2 men walk into a bar. Ow. Ow. I don't think he got it. Slimer got it. I don't think he got it. Two peanuts were walking down the street. One of them was assaulted. Nope, I'm a Christian. Although I got love for my Muslim brothers and sisters. Keeping the faith. Two peanuts were walking down the street. One of them was assaulted. Love one another as I have loved you. I don't have any opinions on them. I wish they would turn away from sin, but everybody's a sinner. What you want? What you want? It's my last Coke. You're not getting that. It's my last Coke Zero. I can't give you that. She's just coming here to poke me in the eye or something? What the hell? Kids. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah. You already have land and water resource. I have shelter too. Well, it sounds to me like you're doing pretty good on your way to a chicken coop. I think a chicken coop is a very lucrative operation. It just depends on how many chickens and whatnot you got, how many hens you got, how many roosters you got. Eventually, if you get enough hens and enough roosters, you're gonna have too many eggs. Definitely gonna have just regular, like even without a rooster. Hens lay an egg a day. So if you got 6 hens, they're gonna lay 6 eggs a day without a rooster. Given that they've been fed well and are happy. If they're not happy, they won't lay eggs. They're very temperamental. But if they are happy, they'll lay eggs. And if there's a rooster, they might lay 2 or 3 eggs a day. So, oh, but you got to watch out because those eggs are fertilized, and sometimes they might try to sit on them and hatch them. And when you go try to get the ones they're trying to sit on and hatch, they'll peck at you, and they definitely will make you bleed. They hurt. They're birds after all. But anyway, other than that, I think that like getting chickens is probably one of the best investments you can get because you get chickens, you get eggs, you could get more chickens out of the eggs. I mean, just let them roost and do their thing with the egg, and then suddenly you have another chicken. Baby chicks everywhere. It's wholesome having kids? I don't know. You should see how she treats her cat. Picks him up by his neck, choking on him. If you ever write an autobiography, what will its title be? A Day in the Life of Dave. And I doubt it would be popular. What do 9 out of 10 people enjoy? Making fun of the last guy, I guess. I don't know. What came first, chicken or the egg? The dinosaur. How do I set the beard up? There's no setup for the beard, bro. It just grows on me. I don't know what else to tell you. It just looks like this because it grows. Doesn't look very good right now. Why don't kids have a sense of safety? Because they're baby terrorists. I think that would be perfect for ISIS because they like to kill. They like to maim, destroy, abuse, you know, kids are like that. I guess it's good they get it out of their system now and don't grow up and do it later. I don't know. Am I the throat goat? I'm not from Australia. Hitler won. Is this a different Hitler? Or is it just like a popular name on the internet nowadays? Probably both. What's up, Cools Wizard? Cools Wizard? I'm not gonna watch the new DBZ Super. The rooster came first?
You do know that's a chicken, right? I hope you know that a rooster is a chicken. So you mean the chicken came first. There's two types of chickens. There's the rooster and the hen. Or the cock in the box. Well, drop a hint. It's cold as shit there. Cool as wizard, I bet. Your wife didn't came. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Akira Toriyama died. That is a sad day. Armand versus Ilya confirmed. I haven't heard about it. The USA lost their first Cricket World Cup match. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Nobody plays fucking cricket in the United States. Rooster for meat, hens for eggs. Yeah, I mean, in a pinch, hens for meat too. When they get old and stop producing as much, you might want to just nick it in the bud. Get a new one. Wait, the USA is a two-time Cricket World Cup winner? I don't even know what cricket is. It's like baseball, golf, and football mixed together or something. Very strange game. Your house is infested with cockroaches because you did not spray poison. If you spray poison in all the cracks, crevices, and corners, the bugs die. Views on Trump. I hope he does a good job as president. Other than that, I don't really care. It's not like he affects my day-to-day in any way. As I don't even fucking know the guy. I don't give a shit what he does. As long as he's not fucking my lifestyle up, I'm good. Everybody who worries about that shit too much is well, they're a leftist. They're retarded. Baseball is stupid. Baseball is a great American pastime, and I have no idea how, because it is one of the most boring fucking sports to watch on planet Earth. Baseball is boring as shit to watch, and so is golf. But golf is really fun to play. Baseball might be fun to play sometimes, but I've never had too much fun with it. You did not see me in front of no shopping mall. I don't go to the mall. I leave that shit to my wife. I let my wife spend her money. Well, and my money too, I guess. I don't go shopping, bro. Unless it's grocery shopping, because I want to get good food. See, I got the chorizo. I was smart. Baseball trumps cricket? I don't know. I don't watch either one. USA lost against India? Well, India lost against Britain for like 200 years, so whatever. He did horrible things to a 13-year-old in the island. By the way, you are not a leftist. Yeah, you keep saying that, but like, I could say you fucked a tree, and because there's no proof of it, it's just an allegation. Like, I could make an allegation about anything. If there was any proof to any of that shit, he would be in jail. But there is no proof. Charito. Yeah, exactly. You could make an allegation about anything. You could say, you could say that I was on the moon last night, but without any fucking proof of me being on the moon last night, obviously, you can't do anything about it. You just make everybody makes allegations about fucking shit all the time, and without any proof that they're just that. They're just allegations. And unless somebody goes to jail, I don't think the Epstein files matter that much at all. Like, the people that are on the Epstein files, and there is proof, they're not even going to jail. So how are you going to jail the guy that doesn't even, that is in fact, I would say that at this point, Trump's name has been completely vindicated from the Epstein files, because if he was on the Epstein files in a capacity that you could arrest him for something, then Biden's Department of Justice would have done it a long time ago, because they don't want him to be president. Why would they let him be president again? It doesn't make any sense. It's just the most brain-dead fucking argument imaginable. And it always comes from the left, you know? Like, you just repeat these dumbass fucking talking points, but make no mention to the people that are actually on the list with real proof of them doing things that are not, you know, not legal or otherwise, you know, completely immoral. But as time goes on, we're going to get to the bottom of it all, and we're going to find out the truth. And I imagine the day of reckoning will be a great day for everybody. The relief is going to be crazy. Yeah, most of the people on the list are Democrats. Most of the people on the list are Democrats. It's retarded, man. It's retarded. And the left is retarded. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, though. The right's kind of retarded, too, sometimes. But that's why I'm an independent. I don't really care who the president is, either. Putin is a great leader. I mean, that's somebody that actually cares about their country. You know? I would say Putin is one of the great world leaders of our time. You might think, ask anybody in Russia. I mean, they might say, oh, very ambiguous opinions about the guy, but they will not say he was a bad leader. Just a fact of the matter. I don't know, though. You know, I don't like to talk about politics for various reasons. Yeah, Putin is mentioned over 1,000 times in the files, and mostly because they're trying to overthrow him. They're trying to remove Putin from office. And he supplies Russian prostitutes. None of them necessarily were underage, but maybe some of them were. I don't know. You know, I don't really know. I don't know. But they got to get their Russian prostitutes with STIs from somewhere. Who better to ask than the man himself? I agree. I don't like to discuss politics. I don't like to discuss the Epstein files because it always divulges into, oh, but Trump. It's always about Trump. They always try to, it's always the same. It always divulges into some conversation about how Trump's the big bad or something like this. Orange man bad, Cheetolini, you know, I always fucking get tired of it. Yeah, but I mean, fucking prostitutes, while soliciting them is illegal, but you know, most prostitutes are not underaged. So again, it's really a non-issue. Like, Bill Clinton has done some really fucked up shit too, but nobody seems to give a fuck about Bill Clinton fucking having been recorded going to the island well over 20 times. Was a known adulterer. I mean, it's ridiculous. You guys are gonna focus on the one guy that has never gone to the island, and that is a fact. That guy has never been there. It is a fact that Trump has never been to Epstein Island. Since Epstein kept fucking records of everything, you can see the flight logs. And he's never been there. He's never been there. So I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You're gonna believe what you want to believe anyway about the whole situation. And WWE is scripted. It's all scripted. It's fake. Wrestling is fake in general. You tried Arabian food today, now your stomach is upset? Well, what did you try? All food ain't made equally, brother. All food, ain't made equally. John Cena? You can't even see that guy. How could he expose anything? If I believe the obvious eugenicist is guilty of eugenics and adultery, I have to believe Trump is too. I don't know. One's a big part of fucking a lot of shit up worldwide. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, controls a lot of shit. And Melinda Gates herself is like, yeah, that guy's pretty fucked up. That's why she left him. Not to say that Trump probably also hasn't done some adultering and some other bad things and stuff like that. But I mean, the things you're trying to pin on him, I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done it. And if he has, there's still no proof. But again, I don't really care. I really don't. At this point, I really don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck at all, personally. If there was anything that could put anybody in jail, then surely somebody would have been put in jail. But the only two people that have been put in jail are Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. And according to a lot of people, Jeffrey Epstein's not even dead. So, and personally, I'm leaning to that opinion. I've been saying that Jeffrey Epstein is alive and well in Tel Aviv for the last 4 years. Yeah, but guilty of what? What are they guilty of? I want you to tell me what they're guilty of. Guilty of what? Sleeping with underage kids? If there was proof of that, then they would be in jail. But instead, it's all allegations. I never said Putin was guilty. In fact, I said Putin was a great world leader. Just recently, maybe 5 minutes ago. Someone who actually cares about his country. I look more Finnish than Swedish? That's very odd. I'm a Norwegian from Sweden, bro. Putin. Yeah, I call him Putin. Vladimir Putin. Just give her the $20. That's all they want from you anyway, is your money. I think it's the best policy to just give them the money. I think money's a way better gift than an actual gift. But if you want to do something like really heartfelt, buy a little bouquet of flowers or something. That's right. That's right, anime bro. Drop a hot dog for Rabindranath and his attempts to get his girlfriend's panties off. Valentine's Day is a good opportunity, man. Good opportunity. Where are you from? I'm a Norwegian from Sweden. I touch your heart? Thanks. Is leasing better for the chicken coop? No, don't lease your chicken coop. Keep your chicken coop. You could add you'll be like, hey, look, if you want to do an organic farm, I've got a bunch of these chickens here. I'll lease you the land. You can grow your crops on it. And then when it's time to, remove pests, I'll just let the chickens roam through the field and they'll eat all the bugs. And then they'll poop all over your crops and fertilize them. Good. It's good for it. It's a win-win. But keep your chickens. The chickens are for you, not anybody else. Don't lease your chickens. Don't lease your eggs. You can sell the eggs. You can sell the chickens, but don't rent your chickens. Man Steel, you bore me. That's all you care about. You don't give a fuck about the victims. You just want Trump to go to jail. That's all you care about. You've made it pretty obvious. That's all you care about. Because every time you open your mouth, it's always about Trump, 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 Trump. Oh, Trump's on the files. Trump this, Trump that. You guys did not give two fucks about those victims when Biden was in office. The only time you don't care about the victims. You don't, because you didn't say anything about the fucking victims when Biden was in office. You only bring up the victims when Trump's in office. That is the fact of the matter. You don't fucking care about the victims. You don't even know the victims' names. Yeah, like you're telling me that some elitist fucking billionaire is not guilty of crimes? Well, how the fuck did he become an elitist billionaire? You know, you don't get there without fucking signing your life away to some fucking crazy cult. That's a fact. But again, like you don't fucking play with me like you actually give a damn. The only thing you want is Trump to get out of office. That's the fact of the matter. That is the entire point of them bringing it up now. Because if they really gave a fuck, they would have brought this shit up a bunch more when Biden was in office. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't do it. They didn't bring it up. They didn't ask for the release of the files. They didn't give a fuck. So stop lying to me. Stop lying to yourself. You don't give a fuck about the victims. It's a fact. It's just a fucking charade leftist play to virtue signal to try to get fucking Trump out of office. That is all it is. That is literally all it is. Oh, blah. I'm not defending Trump. I'm just saying that you don't really give a fuck about the victims. All you care about is getting Trump out of office. So be honest with yourself and be honest with me. You know, like I've said, like I don't care necessarily who the president is. I would like the president to do a good job running the country because, you know, why would you not? Why would you want your president to do a bad job, right? You want him to do a good job running the country. And I don't really give a fuck who's in office. But the fact of the matter remains is that nobody cares about the Epstein files. Nobody cares about the victims unless it suits their purpose. And at this point in time, the purpose that they're trying to suit is getting Trump out of office. That is literally the only thing that anyone cares about. Because if they cared about anything else, they would be mentioning the hundreds of damn Democrat donors on the list, or you know, they'd be mentioning people on the left that are on that list too. But you know what you don't do? You don't mention any of the leftists on the list. You only mention Trump. You only mention Elon. You only mention the people that fucking are on the right, bro. You don't fucking care. So stop trying to virtue signal to me like you're some sort of fucking, you know, moral opinion on the matter. You're not. And again, it's all allegations at this point. It's all allegations at this point. So there is no proof of anything. There is no proof of anything. Yes, people want to overthrow Trump. That's the fact of the matter. You guys didn't give a fuck about the fucking files the entire time Biden was in office. And if there was anything in the files that could really put the nail in the coffin for Trump, Elon, or anybody else, then the weaponized Department of Justice under Biden would have done it. But they did not. And it's either because, one, there's nothing, or two, it's all one big club and you're not invited. So why is that the only thing that they comment about? Why is that the only thing they comment about, though? That's my question. Because they only use it as a weapon to try to get Republicans out of office. That's the only thing they're using it for. That's the only thing they're going to use it for, and it's going to keep on like this for the end of time. I feel like people are never going to get over it, and we're never going to know the truth at this point because allegedly the guy is dead. So yeah, he didn't get to testify. He didn't get to go to court about it. So there's no telling. I've got a victim mindset. Okay. Yeah. Sure I do, buddy. Whatever makes you feel better. I don't really care what you think. Yep. There you go. It's a distraction. It is definitely a distraction from things that are actually going on that do matter. The shit, it really doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't fucking matter. It's going good, Yazzie Yaz. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to comment about it. You're going to comment about it. You're going to comment about it some more. You're going to comment about it until you're blue in the fingers. But at the end of the day, you're not doing anything about it. So it doesn't really matter, does it? And I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I'm sure that Trump's in the files, and I'm sure that Elon's in the files, and Bill Gates is in the files, and Reed Sackoff's in the files, and all these other fucking people are in the files. The Clintons are definitely in the files. You know, there's tons of people in the files. A lot of it's allegations. Some of it may be true, some of it may be not. But at this point, I don't fucking care. I really don't fucking care. There's no point in wasting energy on it. There really isn't. Yeah, I think that's a pretty sound plan, yeah. I think you should get an angry mob of people, storm Bill Gates and Trump's house, and see how that works out for you. Yeah. Yeah, Modi's in the file. There are so many people in the, I mean, the guy was a billionaire financier working with Mossad and the CIA. There's no telling what is in those files. I mean, there's just, and we haven't even gotten all of the files yet either. So, I mean, until all of the files are available for public record and what's the word I'm looking for? You know, public review, until all of the files available for public review, I think that we should reserve our misgivings about people that we just don't like. You're not breaking any laws. It's totally within your right to go get, you know, it would be wrong for you to do it by yourself, but if you get 1,000 people to do it, then it's a political movement at that point. You know the difference. Know your rights, and I think it's well within our rights to, you know, overthrow a government that doesn't suit our purposes. If that's the way you feel, I think you should just get more people to agree with you, and then you're winning. Then you're the winner. You know what they say? History is written by the victor anyway. I guess I don't have anyone. But yeah, no, like it's just a waste of energy at this point. Until we get all the files and somebody goes to jail for it, what's the point? What is the point? Like, we can talk till we're blue in the face about it, and we can type until our fingers bleed, but at the same time, there's no point because nobody's gone to jail. You're 18 and don't have money to do shit? So basically what you're saying is you're really too young to even have an opinion about this stuff. You should just live your life, bro. Honestly, like, don't spend your time fucking worrying about politics and shit like that. It's a waste of fucking time. You'd be better off tying all your watches together to make a belt. It's a waste of time. I'm not saying you're not an adult. I'm saying you're too young to have an opinion on it. I wouldn't trust an 18-year-old to run the government. I wouldn't trust an 18-year-old to run anything, to be honest. That's a fact of the matter. Not saying you're Not saying you're not an adult. I'm just saying that I would not trust you to do. I wouldn't trust your opinion for shit. I would not trust your opinion for shit. You're fresh out of high school. Yeah, I don't trust your opinion for shit. You don't have the wisdom and experience necessary to garner a trustworthy opinion. From my point of view, anyway. Hell, and I'm not doing too much better on that front. I'm only 13 years older than you, man, and I still don't trust my opinion half the time. You know what they say? Believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. So, with that in mind, man, it really does not matter. There is no point in wasting the energy on that type of shit. Nice spirit, thanks, Bob the Builder. I don't think it is. Like we live in a representative democracy in the United States. A representative democracy, which means that we elect officials to make decisions for us. Do you know why we do that? It's because there's so many people with a bad fucking opinion that they just can't be trusted to vote. And that's why we do that. That's why we have an elective, an electoral college. Like it's in case the popular vote for president seems so fucking dumb that the electoral college can veto it. That's essentially what it is. So because we have an electoral college and we live in a representative democracy, your opinion actually matters this much. 0. It does not matter at all. So no, there's really no point in talking about politics because it doesn't matter. It doesn't serve a purpose for anybody. It doesn't serve a positive purpose for anybody anyway. Politics is simply there to divide the individual from his fellow man. That is literally what politics is for. To divide an individual from the brotherhood of his fellow man. Which is what you see today. Normally you would think that American citizens would get together and they would enjoy each other's company and they would be friends. But because politics divides them so acutely, we have these problems. And it's all because of politics. If people just stopped caring about politics in general and said, this is why I would consider myself a classic liberal or more of a libertarian today. Because government is fucking useless. Government is the most incompetent business structure in the world. Nothing fucks shit up like the government does. The government is the absolute worst example of a cohesive system. The only thing governments should be used for, and taxes in general, are for 2 reasons. 1, to keep businesses from monopolizing, and 2, national defense. Outside of that, there is nothing that the government is for. If every citizen was armed and took it upon themselves to protect themselves, their families, and their neighbors, the people around them, there wouldn't be as much crime. There wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't need police. If people were responsible, you wouldn't need traffic laws. But the fact of the matter is people are irresponsible, and I would say mostly because government makes them irresponsible. Because they've taken the responsibility for themselves and placed it upon the shoulders of a fucking entity that does not care about them. That is why we have so many problems today. It's because government is the source of all problems for the individual. Reality is reflected in politics, you would say? Yeah, I mean, sometimes, maybe, but not all the time. You can't make a blanket statement like that and say that it's always true. That's not always true. In fact, I would say that most politicians are so disconnected from reality that is the reason why they make such bad decisions all the time. Government is incompetent. Government is terrible at their jobs. Just look at the IRS. You know, like the IRS will audit a farmer and say, "Oh, you owe this back taxes," but completely ignore the fact that, you know, billionaires hide their money in offshore accounts where they don't get taxed. It's retarded. Government is retarded. If Jesus is not God and he's the messenger of Allah, but Jesus says that he is God, what does that tell you? If you believe that Jesus is the Messiah, and Jesus himself said, "I am the truth, the life, and the way. There is no way to the Father except through me," what does that tell you? What does that tell you? If you believe he is a prophet of Allah, and he said that I'm the only way to the Father, which to you is Allah, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It, at the very least, says that Jesus is of divine origin. The fact that you believe in his, the fact that you believe he's the Messiah and is supposed to come back, you know, in some future time, a future date, and defeat the Antichrist, what does that tell you? What does that tell you about Jesus? It's very strange. It's very strange. Not my religion. Christianity's not here to conquer and divide anybody. The main proponents of Christianity are love one another as Jesus loved you, and do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Those are the two main tenets and teachings of Christianity. So I would say that those are not divisive. Drop a like for the heated stream. But again, back to politics. We don't like to discuss politics here for that very reason. Politics are fucking stupid. Like, politicians are fucking stupid. Now, don't get me wrong, every now and again you get a good one. Like, I like John Kennedy from, I think that's his name. What's the Kennedy, the senator from Louisiana? Yeah, the old guy. John Neely Kennedy. Yeah, he's a good I like that guy. He's good. He makes a lot of sense. He says some outrageous shit sometimes too. It's funny, you know, like, but again, politics are fucking retarded. Rand Paul, I liked Rand Paul. You know, I like some of the shit Bernie Sanders says, but some of the shit he says is fucking hypocritical and dumb. Like, you know, it's like, politics are just fucking stupid. It's the elitist class telling the poors, you know, how they should live their lives. That's essentially what it is. It's the bourgeoisie versus the serfs again. It's literally that every time. It's always that every single time. And since I would be considered one of the peasants, naturally I'm against the ruling class. That's the cyclical nature of politics. It's been going on like this for thousands of years. What is my favorite book? The Bible. I like the Bible. A lot of wisdom in the Bible. Even if you take it as allegory and metaphor, there's still a lot of wisdom in the Bible. If you don't like the Bible, it's because you didn't read the Bible. But if you want to get some good knowledge and wisdom, go look at the book of Proverbs. Yeah, exactly. We love because he first loved us. Like, and I think that love is actually, it's either a product of secondhand emotion, like that song says, or B, it's because we were instilled with love into our hearts from a higher being. Because naturally, you wouldn't love your neighbors for no reason, and you know, there is no reason. They have no reason, but you still love them. Oh, MTG. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Magic the Gathering. She said that the Jews lit California on fire with a space laser. Sarah Palin was our most ideal politician. I don't know about that either. Whatever happened to Sarah Palin? Whatever happened to old Sarah Palin? I think our most ideal politician, and this is just an opinion, like the thing that really could have changed our country and would have made things a lot different than they are today is if we, instead of Trump when he ran the first time, and instead of Hillary, we voted for Joe Jorgensen and Spike Cohen, and we got a third party into office, or at least gave them at least 13% or more of the vote. If we could have at least done that, then we would have had a third party option permanently on the ballot. But people weren't smart enough to do that either. I think that was our best chance for change, and she got off the bang bus. Yeah, didn't her daughter get knocked up when she was like 15? Great parenting right there. Great parenting. Peace out, anime. Pleasure as always having you. What terror do you want to wreak now? What havoc do you want to instill upon my day? You want to play with the cat? Feel free. But yeah, the fact of the matter is that politics is just fucking stupid. Politics serves no purpose for anybody. You should just turn to Jesus and listen to what Jesus said, which was love one another. A nationalist? I would say so, yeah. I mean, I'm technically a nationalist. There's nothing wrong with being a nationalist. There's only a problem with nationalism if you're white. If you're a white guy and you believe that you should have a country to be proud of for yourselves, then that makes you a racist. Nationalism's only a problem for white people, but everybody else can be a nationalist with no problems. That's also a fact. Do I support law enforcement in general? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, and I don't see why anybody would not. I don't see why anybody would not support law enforcement. They have been tasked with defending you, your rights, and the safety and security of your nation. And not just federal law enforcement, I mean local law enforcement too. Like, why would you not support these guys? I mean, who are you going to call when someone breaks into your house? Well, personally, I'm not going to call anybody until after the fact. If you know what I'm saying. But again, you're going to call them because you're not going to call an Antifa guy to come defend you at your house or nothing like that, or help you out when you're in a problem situation. Like, you're not going to call Antifa. You're going to call the police. I think that supporting law enforcement in general is probably a good idea. And remembering that these people are just like you. They're just people. They just have a job to do. And that job, it deals with the security and keeping law and order in your streets. Call a crackhead, yeah. Do I support bringing back deported immigrants? No, I don't support bringing back deported immigrants, especially if they have extensive criminal records. Now, if their only crime was being an illegal immigrant, naturally I would say, after you've been deported, I think after a certain period of time, get off of me. Stop what you're doing. It's not funny, stop. Do you want something? What do you want? Kids, bro. I'm gonna get you. You better run. run. Wrong way. You better run. Problem solved. Right. Oh yeah. Actually, I actually do. I do that. I do know that. What you're talking about now. Yeah, he did say that about. Next time you have a problem, call a crackhead. See what they do. Yeah. Yeah. I actually do remember that. That was John Kennedy, wasn't it? I do. Yeah, that was John Kennedy. That was that guy I said that I liked. He says a lot of outlandish shit like that, but it makes perfect sense. Louisiana is a wild state. That's true. That's true. Police are there to collect evidence, not stop crime. Stopping crime is really dependent on the individual. But you can say, in a way, that the presence of police is a deterrent for crime. So without police, or let me rephrase this, without police and without a completely armed society that takes it upon themselves to defend each other and their neighbors, or defend themselves and their neighbors, I think that without police and that specific scenario, crime would be at the increase. But because police do exist and people have guns, those are big deterrents. Those are big deterrents. Calling a crackhead is as effective as calling the police. Well, that's just asinine. Would I instantly give someone living in hell, a hell-like place, asylum? No. And we shouldn't. In fact, if there's so many of these asylum seekers trying to get out of their country, why don't they just all band together and try to change their country? Wouldn't that be easier than moving your families thousands of miles away to another country? And secondly, when you look at the asylum seekers, they never go to another country that has a like-minded culture to them. They always want to come to white countries and seek asylum there. They never want to go to another, for instance, we have a lot of problems with African Muslims coming to European white countries, and instead of assimilating and becoming, a member of that community, they just try to change that community to be like the country they came from, which is fucking retarded. Why? If it was such a problem, why are you trying to make it the same way where you're going? They don't assimilate. They don't fit into the culture. Just leave them where they are. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that drug addicts or nothing like that, aren't necessarily good people. Some people are just addicted to drugs and that's it, it doesn't necessarily make them bad people. I'm not saying you couldn't call a crackhead and they wouldn't help you. Maybe you could call a crackhead and they would help you. Maybe you could call a meth head and they would help you. But who will definitely help you regardless is the police. The police will help you. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. You call the police, and if it's an emergency, they're going to show up and help you in force. People have misconceptions about the police. The police are not bad. The police are your neighbors, your countrymen. They're just the same as you. They come from all different walks of life as well. They're no different than anybody else in the United States or any other country, as a matter of fact. Like, police are, generally speaking, there to help you, regardless of the situation. Well, what do you want them to do? If your house has been broken into and you've been robbed, like what do you, like you, they're not going to stop the crime. Like you said, they're there to collect evidence, right? So when they ask you to get your neighbor's door cam, what they mean is, hey, could you go collect the neighbor's door cams so we could examine this evidence? And if there's some evidence, we can make an arrest. But without that, there is nothing. Technically, it's your job. Technically, protecting your valuables and your livelihood and your family, that falls entirely onto you. Nobody else. That follows your responsibility. Nobody else's responsibility. Like me, for instance, like if somebody breaks into my house, I'm likely to find out pretty quickly because my neighbors would tell me. And then I would present that evidence. My neighbors have cameras all over their house. They're filming my neighborhood all the time. So do the ones across the street. In fact, all 3 of my neighbors, well, 4 if you count the guy up the hill across the street from me, they all have cameras. They all watch the neighborhood. We all watch each other's houses when we're gone. You know, like it's not really the police's responsibility to stop the robber. It's their responsibility to catch him. And without evidence, they can't do that. You know, without evidence, they can't even investigate people. Right. Stopping crime falls entirely on the individual. The individual himself, i.e. you, me, or the crackhead next door, it's their responsibility to not commit a crime. It's not the police's responsibility to stop it. I would even go as far as to say is that like beat cops and street cops are unnecessary. The only thing you really need are detectives to solve high profile crimes and other things. And to determine whether or not, you know, the murder was justified. Which in my case, there's tons of no trespassing signs, and if somebody comes onto my property that I was not expecting, did not know was going to be there, then I immediately assume that this is a threat to the security of my family, and I'm going to take it upon my personal responsibility to do something about it. I'm not going to call the police. I'm going to shoot you dead on my property, and then I'm going to call the police so they can call the morgue and pick up your body. No one does that outside of America. They broke in because you were gone. And why didn't you have some sort of security system? Why didn't you decide to move to a safer neighborhood? I mean, again, like your personal security is your responsibility. The safety of your family is your personal responsibility. Like you can't always rely on the police to protect you because the police aren't always present, but you are. I'm not in law enforcement. What if it's DoorDash at the wrong address? Yeah, well, if it's DoorDash at the wrong address, then they would probably say so. Like, hey, got your DoorDash order. But either way, like, I'm still answering the door with the gun. Third world people are way worse. Yet we don't do that. Well, you don't rob people. Third world countries don't commit robberies. I find that hard to believe. Again, I'm not saying that America doesn't have its issues and whatnot, but again, like, your personal security is your personal responsibility. The safety of your family is your personal responsibility. The protection of your personal items is your personal responsibility. That's why people take steps to defend their property and their, well, yeah, their property. That's why people take steps to defend their property. Putting up cameras, for one, is a great deterrent. Like, you will prevent a lot of crime simply by putting, it doesn't even have to work, but people think it does, and that's enough. Oh yeah, well, there's a bunch of no trespassing signs. There's a bunch of no trespassing signs, and my address is clearly posted. There's a bunch of no trespassing signs. My address is clearly posted. It is your responsibility as an employee to go to the right address. And if you think you're at the wrong address, or even if you think you're at the right address, and you see there are 4 places in my yard. One's my mailbox. One is the little banner at the end of my driveway. There's one on my door. And there's one at the other side of the property that all clearly state my address. So it is really up to you to determine whether or not you're at the wrong address. And then, if you are at the wrong address, this is where you determine threat. Like, I don't assume a DoorDash person is going to come and be imposing and threatening. So you can make an assessment of the threat on your property based off of that. Yeah, it's demographics. You go to a place where it's dangerous, like say you live in Chicago or Detroit. What is up with you two right now? Alright, get off of me. One at a time, kids. One at a damn time. Yeah, educating people is very important. I think focusing on education is probably vastly more important than anything else. Like, mostly the people that commit crimes are very uneducated individuals. They don't understand consequence or responsibility. What? I got something for you. Come here. How about this? How about this? I got to deal with your brother. So you're going to have to take this and be happy. You want an apple? Boy, relax. I just put you down for half a second. It's not life-threatening. You're going to be fine. Trust me, kid. Trust me. This is a sour apple, so I hope you don't mind. You like green apples, right? Boom. Apple for you. Where's my boy? Come here, boy. You've got business to attend to. Your sister will be fine. I know that one's crazy tasting, right? Make your tongue tingle? Makes your tongue tingle? stinky butt, dude. And chocolate on your feet. I got it. No more tickles. No more tickles for you, buddy. Alright. Back to the stream. Boom, boom, boom. You guys really gotta stop. I'm gonna start cleaning it once a day instead of more than once a day. Yeah, you move to a shitty neighborhood though, and then bam, shitty things happen to you. That's no surprise. And it's no surprise, and it's not something I'm gonna get all up in arms about, because I mean, maybe it was circumstance that got you there, but I mean, it's also circumstance that keeps you there, and you can change your circumstances. It's not very hard. All you got to do is get a better job, save your money, and leave. But yeah, focusing on education is a very important part of that. Like if people were smarter, then they would make less stupid decisions. That's about it. If people were smarter, they would make less stupid decisions. That includes crime of all sorts of types. Love from India. Appreciate that. Can you change your neighborhood? No, not necessarily. But you can change the area you live in. You can change where you live. You're free to do that. There's nothing keeping you there. You know, like people move all the time. It's very common. You live in a shitty neighborhood, move to a better one. You live around shitty people, move away from them. You don't want to move? Then put up some sort of security measures to keep it safer. Keep your location safer. Unless your neighbors take it upon themselves to help you, you shouldn't take it upon yourselves to help your neighbors. See, I live in a great neighborhood. We live out in the country. All of my neighbors are awesome people. I've met them all. I know them all pretty personally. They're good people. And just like they do for me, when I'm gone, they watch my house. When they're gone, I watch their house. I make sure that nothing strange happens at their house. And if something strange does happen at their house, I would call the police first thing. I'm not going to go confront them about it or anything like that. You know, strange visitors, I'm just going to call the police. And when the police get there, they're going to determine whether or not there's an issue. But if I'm at my house and I feel like something strange is happening, I'm taking it upon myself to protect myself, my family first, regardless of the situation. I would have appreciated the blast, you say? Maybe so. Sharing is caring, bro. Where's the cat at that I can hear him but not see him? Did he get trapped in the bathroom? Kitty, kitty. Where's that damn cat? Kitty, kitty. Where's the cat? Where's the cat, Phoebe? What did you do to the cat?
Thank you, Minnie.
I can hear the cat, I just can't see the cat. Where's the cat? Why don't you lock the cat in the closet? Come on, kitty. Jesus. Don't have a house, buy a house? Yeah, or rent a house, you know, lease a house. Anything. Like with a little bit of financial responsibility, it's not that hard. But again, first and foremost, it's your personal security and that of your families is 100% your personal responsibility. Don't rely on everybody else in the world to take care of you in a problem. You need to take care of your own problems. Soup, man? What's soup? What's soup, man? Be a credit to the people around you, though. You know what I mean? Like be the neighbor that everybody wants you to be. Don't be some fucking degenerate living in people's neighborhoods, fucking shit up all the time. Like you should be responsible. You should be a responsible individual, and that alone would change your demographics. Rabindranath, study, or you're gonna get beat on. Why does everybody need to study? That's the best kind of neighbor you could ask for. I'm not going to bother my neighbors. I don't go bothering my neighbors, but I have talked to them before, and the only thing they said was, "Hey man, I hope you're doing good." Like my neighbor Mason, he brings me food every now and again. Like he brought us a big meal for New Year's. He was like, "Hey, I made all this cabbage and beans and cornbread and stuff like that. Would you guys want some?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" And in return, I made him a bunch of beef tips and mashed potatoes, and he was like, "Oh, this is really good, bro." And then that's the last time I talked to him, pretty much. When I still smoked weed, every now and again, he might come over and say, "Hey, you want to smoke a joint?" But for the most part, the things we've talked about are, hey, if somebody's at my house and you don't see, like who's there normally, if somebody that is not in one of these cars comes over to my house, please call the police for me, because they're not supposed to be there. And I said, same, bro. And he was like, "Will do." And then that's pretty much the extent of our conversations. I wave at them, they wave at me, and we go about our separate business, and that's it. Yeah, you don't want to intrude upon their personal space, and you don't want them intruding upon your personal space, but you do want to look out for each other, non-intrusively anyway. So if you feel like there's a problem going on their property that isn't supposed to be happening, the first thing you could do if you're not sure is call them and say, "Hey, do you know about this?" And they might say, oh, hell no, that's not supposed to be going on. In which case you say, okay, well, I'll call the police for you, or you can call them yourself. But I'm not about to go out there and confront them. I can tell you that much. Because I value my life. You never know what might happen. Oh, it's a banana and rice guy. Be your neighbor. Just move in, brother. Move in. I'm not going anywhere for the foreseeable future. I like where I live. I like my neighbors. But if some, in fact, I know all of the people pretty much on my road, all the way down. All the way down the road. I know all of the people on this road. Let's play some fork knife. You could be my neighbor if you moved in. I wouldn't mind it. I'm gonna get better at fork knife and then start streaming this. But only when I get good at the game. It's a nice change from Counter-Strike. Can you be my neighbor? Somalia #1? Well, why'd you come from Somalia then? If Somalia is so great, why'd you move here? Right? If Somalia is so great, why did you move here? I implore you to move back. Self-deport. I'm from Florida, USA. Well, then you should thank all the American taxpayers for that, my friend. So it sounds to me like you're saying that Somalia is not that great. If life is easier here, then I would say that Somalia is not as great as America. You don't need to think. Ah, here we go. What did you do to him? You need to stop doing that crap. Yeah, kind of sounds like Somalia sucks. Shut the kid up. Got you. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. Shut the kid up. Why don't you go back to Somalia, you fucking bananas and rice eater? He's not going to go back to Somalia because Somalia fucking sucks. And Somalians fucking suck. We gave you guys food and then you shot down 2 of our helicopters. Isn't that funny? Yeah, a little bit. Just for a brief stint. I'll probably get mad at the game in a minute. Bananas and rice, people. Yo, 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 Shinhead Cruz. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing good today, man. Unless you're a bananas and rice type. In which case, self-deport. Go back to your home country if it's so great. What are you up to, Game Genie? Are you not gaming as well? I mean, your name is Game Genie. My favorite video game, CS2. Is consuming content easier than playing video games? It takes a lot of effort to play video games, so why people do it? Well, I think video games is more stimulating for the most part. You know, like I would say that playing video games is better than just like mindlessly scrolling through content. If that makes sense in any way. So yeah, I would say consuming content is definitely easier, but less stimulating for your mental. I mean, yeah, sure. You want to meet up for a quick fight and chat? Sure, why not? Why not? Why not meet up for a quick fight and chat? What side of the country do you live on? I got kids, so my capability to go places is limited. You're gonna have to come here. Splinter Cell's awesome. You live around the corner from me? Wicked sick. Then you would rightly know how safe my neighborhood is. How little I have to worry about what's going on around me. Say, no, Solomon. No, Solomon. That is a sour apple. All right. I'm doing it, bud. You gotta give me a second. I'm doing it. Relax, pal. Relax. Where's your cup at? Where's your cup at? Go get your cup. Civil? Yeah, I'd say so. Haha. Funny. He said 6'7". Haha, so funny. Son of a bitch. It's simple as long as you drop a like. That was a really sour apple. Whatever. Yeah, from time to time, I'll have to periodically dip out to do things I'm responsible for. This apple is really good. Way better than the brand of the same brand of red apples I got. You want some more? Lunch? Slimer? I didn't have breakfast until like 11:30.
It's a cake.
This half an apple. Stop. Stop it. Don't hit me. Yummy, yummy. I take it back. I don't even get half an apple. Yum. Sour. Yeah. Always hungry. That's a condition, bro. Same. Do not. Oh my God. Stop spitting it out. You don't put it in the cup holder either. You don't want it. You don't want it. This is my lunch. Oh Lordy. Bigfoot? I only wear a size 11, bro. I don't know if I don't think I fall within the range of Bigfoot. I'm about to. Oh God. Ugh. About to sneeze. Wow. Every freaking time, bro. Every time the room is just trashed. Well, I don't want to clean it right now. I'll clean it a little bit. Maybe these kids will take a nap early today. I don't know. Odds are never in my favor, though. I can tell you that much. Ugh. Anyway, what do you guys want to do today? I don't have too much more to discuss. The perpetuality of today was that I'm tired. And no matter what I do or how much sleep I seem to get, it does not seem to matter. It just seems that I'm always tired. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe I've got sleep apnea. It is a slow Sunday. I have noticed that. There's our first Tom Hardy comment of the day, though. We always get at least one. Has been a rather slow Sunday, I've noticed. For 2.5 hours of streaming, haven't been too much. Khabib? No. Not Khabib. Khabib sucks. Islam is way better. Islam is a way better competitor. Hey, will you turn that down? Turn it down. Don't. Just turn it down. Jesus. Oh, I'm a Swedish Norwegian. I'm a Norwegian from Sweden, I mean. I'm a farming Norwegian from Sweden. Why do you always throw such a hissy fit when I turn down the ear-busting volume of your damn tablet? That thing shouldn't be louder than my TV, kid. Gojo versus Sukuna. I don't even know who that is. We get do I like PewDiePie? I don't even I really have no idea because I don't think I've ever seen any PewDiePie anything. I couldn't tell you if I like him or not. Hello. My name's not Ginger though. It's David.
God.
420. Hey, hey. No, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I just said I've never seen anything from PewDiePie, so I don't know if I like PewDiePie or not. He's that guy that goes, PewDiePie. I'm doing good, brother. How are you? Assalamu alaikum. Also, so, walaikum salam, my friend. Is that my kid making noises? Yes. Always. Always, always, always. My hat looks funny like this, doesn't it? Let's get it higher up. Even better. Conehead. Hair is getting long, man. Hair is getting long. I need to shave the sides again, though. Because they're actually getting especially long. If you keep playing with the cat like that, it's gonna hurt you, and I'm not gonna come help you. I'm 6 foot tall. Do I like tea or coffee? I like both. Actually, I like a lot of teas. A chai tea is always good. An Earl Grey is always good. Like a orange ginger tea is always good. I like Bigelow brand tea specifically. That's one of my favorite brands of tea. Twinings is alright, but it's no Bigelow, I can tell you that much. Do you get Born Vita? I don't know what that is. So I don't know how to answer that. I'm not gonna dance for you, CSU. I'm not a performing monkey. Ginger tea is good. Have a nice calming cup of jasmine tea. When was the last time I hit up Applebee's? Probably last year. It's been a while though. Me and my wife don't eat out too much. We like to cook at home. We can control the fatness. Will you stop doing that? Meow for all of us. Meow for one and meow for all. They? Them? What's up, Crystal? How's it hanging, bro? At least we've moved away from politics. You see how much more peaceful everybody is when we don't talk about politics? Everybody's a lot more chill and happy overall. Politics brings people's anger out of them. That's all politics is good for, dividing people. I haven't seen him back in here. Alex, I haven't seen him back in here. How's your breaky? Breaky? You mean my brekkie? My breakfast?
My breakfast was good. Oh yeah, it was good. It was good. I had some huevos con chorizo y tortilla with a little bit of queso fresco in it. Very good. It's a quality meal. It's good for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It doesn't really matter when you make it. It's really good. Very good. I recommend everybody try it at least once. Of course, I didn't have breakfast until lunchtime. Had to get my cups of coffee in too, I suppose. Morning shit also, you know. Processed carbs and red 40 with seed oils. Let's try to guess what he had based off the clues he just gave us. It was a fruit roll-up. It's 5 a.m. somewhere, that's right. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, it's 5 a.m. somewhere as well. Hi from Soviet Union. We got a time traveler. It was poison? Well, why would they put red 40 in poison? Or do you mean that red 40 is the poison? Yeah, seed oils are bad. I recommend olive oil. Am I from Game of Thrones? No. I did not play in Game of Thrones. Catchy song though. John Wayne Gacy? Thanks. Wasn't he a serial killer? I'm surprised anybody knows who John Wayne Gacy is nowadays. I'll tell you a funny story though. My Aunt Denise was killed by Ted Bundy. True story. Serial killer vibes? Well, yeah. Look her up, Denise Naslund. She got killed by Ted Bundy. Well, I mean, this was before I was even born, so I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, yo, KTM Two Stroke, what's going on, brother? It's been a while. I'm from Florida, Ignatum. Yeah, it is what it is, though, Zach. You know, don't worry about it. It's before I was born, but yeah, it is a tragic story. Crackhead last night. You saw digging in the dumpster? Why were you around crackheads digging in the dumpster? Yeah, I mean, surely nobody should die for murder. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. We're all doing good now that the politics discussion is over. And the bananas and rice people have been kicked out. We're all just chilling now, having a good old Sunday afternoon. What factors make someone's personality and charisma? What would you rate at top? Kindness. I think kindness is the probably the top thing. Yeah, politics. Discussing politics is stupid and annoying. Not a big fan of it personally. But from time to time, we can have political discussion. Just as long as we keep it civil, but that's the problem with discussing politics is that it never stays civil. It always divulges into some sort of argument. Is kindness a first world thing though? I don't know. What do you mean a first world thing? Like you're saying that kindness doesn't exist in third world? Keep shaking your hands, your body will remain happy. Yeah, civil discourse is always good, but the problem with discussing politics is that it never stays civil. The moment you tell someone that you don't agree with their opinion, they immediately resort to insulting you and calling you an idiot or something. It depends on how you think about it. I mean, yeah, I'm not the kindest person in the world naturally, so I would say that I would kind of agree with you. But if you are a really kind person, then maybe you don't see it that way. Maybe you say, "Oh, maybe he is scamming me," but maybe it still helps him out in a way. So you're somewhat okay with it. I don't know. I can't begin to to think how other people were thinking in the matter, but like maybe it's something like that. Maybe that's why they're still so kind. But yeah, I agree that people do get taken advantage of, which is why I typically put on the stern face when I'm in public and tell people I don't keep cash on me. Which is true, I don't keep cash on me, so it's not like I'm lying to them, but yeah. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, dog? Right. Yeah. When a homeless person is like, "Yeah, I'll wash your car for $10 or something like that." If they do a good job, they do a good job. If they don't do a good job, you're still helping them out. I need a trim ASAP. Yeah, I know. I know it. At least shape it up a little better. I'll get my wife to do it later, maybe. First time I'm alive. Hello, what's going on, brother? Welcome to Dave's Discuss or Discuss, where we discuss a wide variety of topics and give raw opinions. Uncut, unfiltered. How are you, Abhijit? Shohan? Drop a hot dog in the chat for Abhijit in his first time. A beef hot dog. Barbers are closed yesterday. Got to wait till Tuesday. Geez, they're closed quite a number of days. Hey, what do I do for a living? I'm a farmer. I farm the land. I create produce. Although I'm probably going to call it quits this year. Lease out the land, let someone else farm it, and I'm going to go back to work at the box factory. Make boxes. 12-hour days, 6 days a week. Well, I hope you don't get rejected from art school. Spinach, kale, chard, although probably not going to do chard this year. Is farming? No, farming's profitable. It's just, it's a lot of work. Spinach, kale, chard. Probably not going to do chard this year, though, if I do continue to farm. Root vegetables, which are carrots, potatoes, onions. We do tomatoes and peppers as well. A few herbs, like rosemary, thyme, oregano. Thought about doing some asparagus this year. Internet making memes on the files is the worst thing happening. Barley? Barley is a good thing. Do they sell it to like beer companies? Probably, I would assume. You know, I could do canola. And sell it to Wesson. My family's got connects. Yeah, I mean barley's pretty profitable, but I think you got to have like a lot of land for that. I don't have. This is what would be considered a small farm. Only 4 acres of arable land. Unless I decide to go clear out a bunch of woodline. I'm from the United States. Yeah, that's a lot. That's 200 times what I have. That is 200 times what I farm on. Land size does matter. Yeah, I mean, it can definitely matter, but that's why we produce like, you know, high value crops here. We do high value crops because we don't make a lot. We make just enough for a season, basically. What is inherently racist about calling Mike and Obama monkeys? If the shoe fits, wear it. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, with 800 acres, I mean, in the UK, that is quite a substantial amount of land ownership. Anyway, Trump's tweets are a non-issue for me. For the record, the one. What Trump tweets about, I really don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. Especially not calling the damn baboon before him and his husband a damn monkey. There's nothing inherently racist about that either. If the shoe fits, wear it. Yeah, that is quite an amount of land. Nova Scotia, what's up, Canada? How's it hanging? Like a leaf in a tree, I hope. Yeah, that's a substantial amount of land, especially, I mean, that's a substantial amount of land in the United States to own and maintain, but like in the United Kingdom, that's like that's like a whole county almost. It's cold there, I would imagine so. I got some family that live up close to the border of Manitoba. They live in Minnesota. So yeah, I can imagine it's pretty cold. They said it's cold as shit up there right now. It's like 6 degrees. Yeah, it's nearly 2 counties. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is a substantial amount of land. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Much love to my Canadian continentals up there. You guys are North Americans too, you're all Americans to me, baby. Don't jump on the cat. My daughter loves her cat. She's trying to make it sleep on her face. That's love right there. This is your music one? Wicked sick, bro. You have 2 cats. I'm not a big cat person personally. I don't like cats. Cats for my daughter. Over to him to save it? Oh, you talking about Sad Little Abyss? Yeah. Go sub up. I encourage you all to sub to people that come onto the stream and are polite and civil, have good discourse with each other. Support one another. That way we can all go live and we can all chat with each other one day. I don't mind animals in the house as long as they're clean. Hamdi. Like a cat. Like cats are like some of the cleanest animals you could get. Vlogs and entertainment. RCO Media. Okay. Might have to give that a little look-see. Yeah, I mean 6 dogs is kind of a large amount of dogs to keep inside. I have my misgivings about 1 dog inside, but I'll let 1 dog inside the house, not 2. And I'll let 1 cat inside the house, not 2. Can I bring my cat? Here's the cat. Big bastard. The cat's only like 3 months old. It's supposed to get really big. They're supposed to be one of the largest breeds of cats. Maine Coon, but that one's mixed with a Siamese. Like, yeah, caged animals aren't that bad. I have a hedgehog. Yeah, the hedgehog sleeps all day. Peace out, bro. Have a blessed day. The hedgehog is asleep right now. I'd show it to you, but if you wake up the hedgehog, they hate you. They will. They'll hate you. They'll be like, this fucker woke me up in the daytime. I'm a nocturnal critter. Fuck you. I hate you. That's literally how they act. It's terrible. They're mean. They can be mean. They bite. They got sharp teeth. And they prickle you. Mine's named Prickles. We named it Prickles because my daughter could already say pickles. So she says Prickles now. No, it's never done anything like that. It's never injured us. My daughter pets it all the time. She loves Prickles. She thinks Prickles is really cool. She's always trying to peep into his cage and look at her. You want to see it? Prickles is a sweet animal. That's my sweet Prickles. They don't like to be woken up. That's her head. No, Prickles is asleep. You can see Prickles later. When Prickles wakes up. Prickly pear cactus can make a bush? Well, I think it's a good place for an animal to hide, that's for certain. Anyway, guys, we're coming up on a 3-hour day. It's been a productive stream. We've gotten some of the rage out. So I'm going to catch you guys later. I will see you Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day. I don't know exactly what my week entails, but I will see you guys later. And I appreciate you all who tuned in, as always. So be blessed and stay safe, my friends. And we'll see you again next time on the next episode of Dave Discuss or Discuss. Peace out. Thank you.